Dawn, just how impressive was Destiny tonight, not only to do what she did, but to be able to come off the bench and just have that spark right away?
I mean, Destiny's been playing pretty well for us. She's fearless. I mean, she's a great listener. She's a pleaser. So I'm not surprised by her play and her ability to impact the game. I mean, she's a quick guard, athletic. She has a scorer's mentality, yet she's got great court vision. Her defense is picking up. So, she's getting better in areas in which takes, a while for a freshman to get. But it's all coming together for her, and she's playing more complete with more experience that she's getting.
Coach, can you walk us through what you saw from the starters in the beginning, why you made the lineup change and then decided to go with the subs to start the third quarter?
Well, I mean, I saw us give up a lot of offensive rebounds. I saw us give up a lot of hustle plays. And, I'm just through giving anybody, starters or anybody else, the benefit of the doubt. We have a job to do. You have to do your job. If you don't do your job in the beginning, we can't wait for you to warm up. We're going to sub because we got a deep bench that, some of them have been waiting in the wings to play. And now, with us having 24 games under our belt, let them play. And we have to approach it that way.
Yeah, Coach, going off of that, what did Doniyah bring, especially in terms of energy off the bench tonight? I
mean, Doniyah brought just experience. I think she picking and chose some spots where she was aggressive offensively. She rebounded the basketball for us, and she was solid defensively. And that's all we want. We don't want anybody just having to think they have to play spectacular basketball. We have to have players that make basketball plays. Shoot when you're open, pass when you're not, extra possessions, go rebound the basketball. It's very simple, but we have some players that sometimes, just muddy the waters when it's unnecessary.
Coach, I know at practice yesterday you were talking about how frustrated you were with the rebounding, especially from the starters. Today, Kiki and Alexis combined for 11 rebounds. What has to change to get those numbers up?
I mean, your playing time decreases. You have to be productive, playing, they play 49 minutes. We need more for them because, other people are getting better. Victoria's getting better. So we have to utilize the players that are playing well. And I'm not afraid to substitute. I'm not afraid to, put the ball in the hands of a freshman if they're playing well.
Dawn, going off that, do you start looking at the starting lineup and making some changes, or do you say, well, you know what I had to do this game, and that's going to continue?
Well, I mean, I hope that, with what happened today, it will, give our starters, a nudge to go ahead and do what they need to do. If it doesn't, if our starters don't start performing well, yes, I'll change the lineup. I'm not afraid to do that. I like to keep the same lineup. I like continuity, but I also like production. And I've been preaching it to them all season long. The most productive people will play.
Dawn, you mentioned the rebounding, and Victoria came up with 2 big ones in the fourth quarter. Just what did you see from her tonight, and how have you seen her just come along in the last couple of weeks?
Victoria pursues the ball. She's not afraid to get hit. She's not afraid to, she's not afraid to make a mistake. I think what she gives us is energy, extra possessions, and she knows exactly what is supposed to take place out there. She's very heady, cerebral, and she's coming into her own.
Coach, I know you haven't had a great deal of time to think of what happened earlier today with the NCAA granting USC a waiver to host in Charlotte if you do earn a top 16 seed. What does that mean just to have that opportunity to play close to home if you get the selection process in the top 16 seed for this program?
Right. I mean, first and foremost, I thought our athletic director, Ray Tanner, did a great job just fighting to make that happen. That doesn't happen at all. Just so everybody know the magnitude of what took place. They don't give waivers in this situation. So he worked extremely hard over the past couple of weeks to make that happen. I know it's a consolation, but it's a great one. We weren't going to be able to play here nor anywhere near here if we don't get a top 6. If we didn't get a top 16 seed, or if we did get a top 16 seed, we would have been shipped somewhere else, playing on somebody else's floor. And granted, we have to take care of our business and be in the top 16. But hopefully that's enough for us to do what we need to do to make Coach Tanner's work not be in vain.
Coach, a little off topic, but what does it say about Joanie Taylor to be coaching, while expecting a child like that and still giving you guys a real hard time?
Well, I told her in my next life I want to be her because, how she handles pregnancy and being able to, she's more demonstrative, this year than in any other year, and she's pregnant. So, Joanie does a great job with pregnant or not pregnant. She does a great job with her team. They're very disciplined, and she gets them to play hard every time they step on the floor.
Before we move on, any other questions about tonight's game? Does anyone have any questions to preview the Florida game on Sunday? David?
On another one of those 3-game weeks. And I know it's kind of tough to get used to that, but how do you think they'll handle going back on the road to a Florida team that's kind of tough but doesn't have the greatest record?
Well, I think we'll be rested. We're going to take tomorrow off. We had a rough week this week, so we'll take tomorrow off. So rest is equally as important as getting out there and working out. But for me, I'm excited to go play Florida. I mean, it's a team we beat, pretty handedly here a few weeks ago. I just don't want our players to rest on their laurels thinking that it's going to be an easy win. So, we got to bring it.
Coach, going off of that, how do you prevent them from doing that, especially when you're going on the road to their place?
Do what we did. We got to hold people accountable for being productive and doing their job. If not, there's somebody down the line that's going to step in and want to play and showcase their talent and impact the game. So hopefully, with a day of rest and us preparing on Saturday, hopefully that's enough for us to go down there and be energized to win another SEC game on the road.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.